Sick. Okay. Welcome to the patch 11.24 mid-patch update that came out on 12-15. It's a League of Legends patch that they drop during this time of year because like 11.24 is like a really long patch. So they always drop a mid-patch update just for holidays, and then the new patch will drop on January 3rd or 4th, probably. This is probably our patch until January 24th. So, big things. This is the mid-patch update. We are recording, so sorry. Hold questions till after the recording. Chat, thank you. Cool. So, Dr. Mundo. They decide to reduce the minimum damage that the cleaver can do, and then they decide to reduce his health regen. So, they're saying that Dr. Mundo's like super strong in the top lane. That's basically what they're saying. They're saying Dr. Mundo, too strong, needs a nerf. Will this matter? In my elo, which is less than diamond, I am silver right now. But in like my normals and stuff, I have like silver gold and more normals. I'm silver in league, and I'm silver in ranked. I don't think this minimum damage is gonna matter that much for my elo. In high elo, I could see this hurting a little bit. This is like, I look at this health regen nerf, and I look at this minimum damage nerf, and I think to myself, okay, they're probably trying to nick Mundo just a little bit to drop his win percentage by about 2%, 2%, 3%, and then that's it. That's what this is doing. They're just trying to nick that win rate down a little bit, because on OP.GG right now, my boy Mundo has a, what's his win rate in the top lane? In the top lane, my guy Mundo is at a 53% win rate right now, so they're just trying to come down a little bit. And that's it. They're just trying to come down a little bit. Gwen. So they're increasing your base health and they're increasing your health per level. Gwen is weak, especially with lethal tempo. Hint, pick conquer. So they're all like, guys, stop picking lethal tempo on literally every single melee. We're helping release her late game damage by buffing her durability. So, right now Gwen's win rate is like not good in the top lane. Yeah, it's like 45%, which is not great. Everyone's picking lethal tempo on her, which makes sense because lethal tempo is like OP. It's super OP on melee champions. But then they nerfed it and it's like not as OP, but still like really OP. So they're just like, okay, Gwen damage is fine, which it is. The damage that character does is really stupid. And so they're just like, let's give her some durability. Maybe this will bump her win percent back up to like a 47, which is where they want her to sit. Gwen's one of those champions where she's like a pro play champ. So they gotta be really careful about buffing this champion, which is what they're trying to do here. They're just trying to increase her durability a little bit. Kaiser. So this I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for these buffs. I read them yesterday. Off stream, and yeah, so Kaiser's normally kept on weaker side for most players due to pro priority, but has recently fallen even farther due to shifting meta in preseason. Yeah, this champion has been garbage lately. Ever since they nerfed her, she's been not good. They picked her in pro play, but she wasn't good in pro play. Like, she's not good right now. She needs help, but they're doing a lot here. So passive second skin, they're increasing damage from 4 to 10 to 4 to 16 based on level, and then plus 1 to 8 instead of 1 to 5 based on level per plasma stack before application, and plus 15%, 25% based on plasma stacks before application AP. So this is based off an AP ratio. And it was 10 to 20 before. So they're giving you just like a bit of a buff here, which it looks small, but if you think about it, her plasma stacks is how she does a lot of damage. So just like this little buff is actually quite a bit. But they did more. They're all like, oh, they just increased the base damage on the Q, and they increase, yeah, they just increase base damage on Q. 40, 55, 70, 85, 100, 40, 70, 55, 85, 100. So they increased the AD ratio by 10%. And then they increased and then they reflect that here with their max single target damage and then Evolve Max. They just increase the AD ratio, which a slight bump in AD ratio is very, very, very more than welcome. So thank you, Riot Games, for buffing the Q back a little bit. They're trying not to give her too much power that she had earlier. And then Evolved cooldown refund on champion hit instead of 70%, it's 77%, which is basically 80%. What this does is this opens up the door for a really fun build in Kaiser that I'm going to try, where you do Mana Immune, and then you buy a Sapphire Crystal, and then you get Nashor's Tooth, and that's all 3 of your upgrades. And then you go Ludens, and then you just run around popping people, and you can duel everybody, and it's super fun. I really want to try it. I play a lot in Earth whenever Earth is out, because the W cooldown is so low in Earth. It'll basically be like you're playing Earth except a little less tuned, which is going to be very exciting. I think this is big. I think this will buff her win rate by probably like 3 or 4%. Right now she's at, what's she at right now for a win rate? Right now she is at a 47% win rate, which is pretty low. With the buff, she'll probably get back up to like the 49-50 that Riot likes to average it at. So this is really welcome buffs. Casting nerfs, so they're taking Void Stone, his passive, and they're reducing the I don't know what this 5% of the passive, and then they're decreasing his damage on his W. So basically, Cassin's popularity went up like a lot with Fimbulwinter being an item. People are building. They're building the crown or the Everfrost, and then they're doing Fimbulwinter next to it. So Cassin just gets like ridiculously tanky, and so to reduce the strength he has with the tankiness, they're just lowering the base damage that W does, which is actually going to be a considerable hit. Maybe people won't build him as tanky anymore. That's about like it. Do I think this will affect Cassin that much? Yeah. Because you're losing, since tank is his main prio, like he builds Everfrost / Crown into Fimbulwinter, which is the tier health stacking item, into like Demonic Embrace or Frozen Heart, and then the main way that Cassin does damage is by stacking his R. So will this be like a little love tap? Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that much in reality. But it's, they're just smack him on the wrist, you know. Lux. So this champion is really fun right now. What you do is you just play the lane as uninteractive as possible, and then your opponent can't play. I have kept mid tower up until 40 minutes into the game because I just one-shot the wave. This is literally just say, hey community, you cried a bunch for Lux to get nerfs. Here's a nerf. Is it going to matter? No. It's not going to matter that much. If you... it might lower her win rate by 1 or 2%. And the only reason why it would lower her win rate by 1 or 2% is because this is basically, like, look at it this way. This is a low elo target nerf. Because low elo players like to spam, low elo as in my elo, like to spam her Q, and they don't like to hold her Q. And so just by the fact that you have less ranks on it, then bam. And then they're taking damage off of it, because if you EQ somebody with Lux right now and you're kind of fed, you take away 3/4 of their health with just EQ. And so they're just giving her a little love tap, basically. Hopefully this is enough and they don't need to do more. I posted this on the Lux subreddit yesterday and 2 days ago. Based off today is 12:15, just for people who watch it. Watch this after 12:15. And we all are scared about what's going to happen to our champion next, because this is probably not enough to like take her off of Riot's radar with the nerf hammer. Hopefully it is. That's all I gotta say. Hopefully this is enough that they don't gut her later. Olaf, they gave him more attack speed based on missing health. This will increase his clear speed. Olaf is one of the weaker junglers right now, compared to all the other. Because right now we're in an assassin tanky and like hard engage jungle meta where all the junglers are either super hard engagers or assassins. Olaf is more of your, I'm going to run at you, I'm going to duel you, and I'm going to out-duel you, and I'm going to do that. They're basically just increasing his clear speed. Hopefully this is enough to make him be able to clear faster. Because he's at a weak-ish spot in the meta, so they undid this nerf that they did a bit ago. I don't remember how long ago this nerf was. Pyke, they decided that this is not, I think Pyke buffs are dangerous. I don't think he needed the buff. They basically just said, hey Q, you're doing a lot more damage now. They increased it by, is that 15? They increased it by 15 damage at all ranks. Which, on support Pyke, that's a bit. That's a bit. Does mid lane Pyke like this? I don't think it matters that much. I don't think it matters that much for mid lane Pyke, but support Pyke loves this. Will support Pyke go up in win rate because of this? Yes. Because all support Pykes do at all elos is they just keep throwing Qs and fishing for it. Even if they don't get, like, an extra bit of damage here and there from Q it's good. So that's basically what this is. Talent. This dude's broken in the jungle. He's Talon jungle has been a nightmare in high elo, so we're pulling back on his power there. They don't want him to clear as fast. That's basically what it is. They're slowing down his clear. Which, thank you Riot Games for slowing down Talon clear. Maybe people will take this too seriously and not pick him anymore when I am an AD carry / mage player. Is this really going to matter that much? We'll have to see. Clear nerfs are, sometimes they do a lot, sometimes they don't. Like, if you look at the Rumble jungle meta, the clear nerf like meant a lot, but for Talon jungle, this clear nerf might not matter that much just because he's so strong right now. We'll find out. Varus. So basically, we're buffing Varus with the focus on his non-lethality build and also taking the opportunity to bump his AP off build. So it's basically like the, so last year they did the AP Twitch experiment, and where you could just build AP items on Twitch, and that gave the birth of Twitch support, which was really scary. This is the same kind of thing going on here. As you can see, they upped the on-hit damage from the W passive, and then they increased how much damage it does when it's stacked. And it's just like, this is, we'll see what happens. Is AP Support Varus going to start becoming a thing? Possibly. Because he has built-in Grievous Wounds to his kit and ESTC, and AP items are they? They're not as cheap as lethality items though, but their damage comes online like a little faster. And supports like items that give you damage from like 1 or 2, because for like lethality Varus to like do really good in late game, he needs like a bunch of items. To where AP Varus, based on what like a support needs, won't do that much. So AP Support Varus might come of this. I don't think anything else is coming of this besides AP Support Varus. I don't think it's going to buff Varus enough for him to do big things in the bot lane. But Riot is always really careful about how they buff this champion, because this champion is the most played AD carry in pro play history. So we'll see what this does. I don't think it's going to do that much, but we'll find out. R for Bain, this champion, nuts since the lethal tempo, changes. She's ridiculously strong. So they're just tuning back her AD ratio a little bit. Is this enough? Probably. Because this is actually like a ton of her damage. Like a fed Vayne is still going to roll over the team. But like a middle fed Vayne, this is going to matter in that regard. So we'll see. I think that's fine overall. Like, she's at 55% win rate in the bot lane, if I remember correctly. Okay, she's at 54% win rate right now, but like she needs this. She needs this nerf. Glacial Augment. They are reducing how much the slow does by how much? What? Slow amount. Last buff to Glacial wasn't as big as... Oh, they're increasing. They're increasing. That makes more sense. They increased just this, the plus 9% per 10% heal and shield power. That's all they increased. They didn't increase any of this. Just this. Is this going to matter? No. I don't think this is going to matter that much in terms of like the Glacial Augment buffs. We'll find out. Support Lux is going to look a little scary with this. And like, Support Morgana could look scary with this. Lulu. This isn't going to matter on Lulu. Who are the supports this would matter on? Let me look at this Enchanter support list. Sona. It's not going to matter that much. Other Enchanter supports that would take Glacial. Janna. Maybe Janna has a good time with this because of Tornado. And she's a lot of shield power. Maybe Janna loves this. Nami too. Maybe Nami loves this because she has a lot of heal power. And it encourages Moonstone Renewer to be built. Who else would like this? I mean, Lux is going to try it. And it's probably going to do well. Karma, can't really use it. Yumi, can't really use it. Seraphine might love this. Seraphine might actually love this. And Seraphine doesn't really have a rune right now. So maybe this bumps up Seraphine? Like Seraphine, Janna, I don't see many other enchanters who want to take this to have a great time with it. And then, yeah. And then what bugs do we have? Fix a bug where a killing target with talent's range Q knocks you in diplomacy would not grant its cooldown refund. Fix a bug where repeatedly casting talent's melee Q knocks you in diplomacy would sometimes cancel its next auto attack. Fix a bug where if Skarner immediately attacks a champion marked by his E fracture, it would not cause its crystal venom mark. Okay, so nothing major here in bug fixes wise. That's gonna like make or break the game. And yeah, that's the patch. So I'm gonna hopefully get better at doing this in the future. I should really read the patch notes before I record this, but in summary, Mundo change and in high elo I see it. In low elo it's probably not gonna make that much of a difference. Gwen buffs in high elo, this will make a huge difference. In low elo, probably not. Kaiser buffs, super fun. Hopefully she's not too overtuned. They nerf her instantly. Hopefully. AP Kaiser, really fun. Mana Immune into Mana Crystal, into Nashers, into Ludens. Build your boots somewhere in there. Cassin nerf, Lux nerf. Hopefully it's enough that they don't touch her again, please. Olaf, good change for just increasing his viability a little bit. Pike, this can be very scary. Talon, Varus, biggest question mark of the patch for sure. Bain, Glacial Augment, And yeah, those are my thoughts. So if you disagree or anything, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see y'all in another patch rundown or another video. Thank you, and have a great night.